All right, I am starting a brand new book called Junie B. Jones is Not a Crook. Excited to start reading this. Chapter 1. No Good Reason. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. Here's a story for you. It's called Once Upon a Time, my grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought some mittens. Once upon a time, my grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought me some mittens. They are made of black, furry fur. And guess what? It was not even my birthday, or Christmas, or Valentine's Day. Plus, the mittens were not even on sale. Grandma Miller just brought them for no good reason, and that is the bestest reason I ever heard of. That's how come I love that guy very much. Plus, also, he can skip. The end. Here's Junie B. Jones with her mittens. I like that story a real lot. Because guess why? I didn't even make it up. That's why. That adventure actually happened to me. My Grandpa Miller really did buy me mittens for no good reason, and they are gorgeous, I tell you. When I first opened them up, I got filled with glee. Glee is when you run and jump and skip and laugh and clap and dance on top of the dining room table. Then your mother takes you down from the table and she carries you to your room for a timeout. Timeout kills the glee. I wore my new mittens the whole entire morning, plus also I wore them to afternoon kindergarten. I wore them with my very attractive winter jacket. Only it wasn't actually cold out. Only who even cares, because that outfit looked very beautiful together. I showed my mittens to my bestest friend named Grace. Also, I showed them to a variety of strangers. After I got to school, I held my hands over my head and I runned all over the playground. Look, everybody, look at my new mittens. My Grandpa Frank Miller bought them for me for no good reason. I waved them all around in the air. How many children see these lovely things? Raise your hands, I hollered. Nobody raised their hands. How many children think these mittens are gorgeous? Please come forward, I yelled. Nobody came forward. I put my hands back down and walked to that Grace. I couldn't create any interest, I said, very glum. Only guess what? Just then, I spotted my other best friend named Lucille. I ran my fastest to greet her. Lucille, Lucille, look at my gorgeous new mittens. See them? They are made out of black furry fur. Lucille petted them. My family has lots of fur, she said. Here's Junie B. petting Lucille, or there's Lucille petting her gloves. My mother has a fur cape, and my aunt has a fur jacket, and my uncle has a fur hat. Plus, my Nana just bought a brand new mink coat, only she can't wear it outside the house or people will throw paint on it. My mouth came all the way open. Why, Lucille? Why will people throw paint on your Nana? I asked. Lucille crossed her arms. Don't you know anything, Junie B. Jones? It's because people who love furry animals don't like them being made into coats for Nanas. Justin, I felt relief in me. Because I'm not even a Nana, that's why. And besides, my mittens aren't even made out of real furry animals. They are made out of the fake fur animals, and those kind don't even count. All of a sudden, the bell rang for school. I zoomed to my room like a speeding rocket, because guess why? More people to show my mittens to. That's why. I'm going to read Chapter 2 also. Chapter 2, Fur Hands. I showed my mittens to my teacher. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Feel them, Mrs., I said. Feel how soft they are. I rubbed them on her face. Ooh, they are soft, Junie B., she said. Be sure to put them in your jacket pocket so they won't get lost, okay? I skipped, very happy, to my seat. Yeah, only I'm not even going to lose them, I said just to myself. I'm going to wear them right on my hands the whole livelong day, because I love these guys, that's why. I took off my very attractive winter jacket, and I sat down at my table. Then I tapped on Lucille with my furry mittens. Hello, how are you today? I have fur hands. See them, Lucille? See my hands of fur? I flew them in the air. This is what fur hands look like when they're flying in the air. I waved hello. This is what furry hands look like when they're waving hello. Lucille did a frown. You're being annoying, she said. That's how come I turned around and I smiled at a boy named William. I have fur hands, William. See them? See my fur hands? I tapped on his head. Man, Junie B is real excited about these fur mittens. There's Lucille. And there's Junie B showing William her fur mittens. That is what fur hands look like when they're tapping you on your head, I said. Just then I got up from my chair and I skipped to my friend Ricardo. I tickled him under his chin with my softy hands. This is what fur hands look like when they're tickling under your chin, I said. Then I grinned and grinned, because that boy brings out the best in me, that's why. Pretty soon Mrs. saw me out of my seat. She held my hand and marched me back to my table. This is how fur hands look when they're marching to the table, I said. Mrs. plopped me in my chair. Then she pulled off my fur hands and she put them on her desk. I did a sad sigh. That's how fur hands look like when they're no longer in my possession, I whispered to myself. After that, I put my head on my desk and I covered up with my arms, and I didn't come out for a real long time. All right, we will read chapter 3 tomorrow.